Good evening. I am Hanna Gabay, and tonight I will be interviewing my father about intentional injuries. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Do you know what intentional injuries are?
Yes.
What intentional injuries do you know?
Well, I know about rape, physical assault, uh, bullying.
Among the intentional injuries that you know, what do you think is the most prevalent in this community or country?
I think one of the most prevalent is physical assault as well as bullying.
Do you know what physical assault is?
Physical assault is, I think, one intentionally causing harm to someone.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to discuss one type of intentional injuries. One type of intentional injuries is physical assault. What is physical assault? Physical assault takes place when an individual or a group provokes and attacks a person physically, with or without the use of a weapon, or threatens to hurt that person. Work-related aggression happens through the use of force or threats to a non-consenting victim on the work premises or in the context of the victim's work. Physical assault. Now, as you can see there, these are some pictures of physical assault. Examples of physical assault. There are a lot of examples of physical assault, and these include provocation, which is insults and death threats, intimidation, which is making a fist, pushing, stalking, stealing or throwing objects, brutality, which is attacks, struggles, and fights, punches and injuries, which are bites, bruises, injuries, dislocation, fractures, assault with a weapon, and armed robbery with a firearm, or using force or the threat of force. What are the consequences of physical assault in the workplace? For the victim. The victim of assault, having lived through a traumatic ordeal, may be affected not only physically but also psychologically. Depending on the injuries, the victim could be unable to work for days, even months, be hospitalized, and in more severe cases, have to undergo rehabilitation therapy. For witnesses inside the organization, witnesses of physical assault experience a high level of stress, based upon the degree of violence itself and the length of the altercation between co-workers. Some witnesses could suffer from psychological as well as physiological distress. For the organization, physical assault against employees highlights an organization's ability to prevent and resolve conflicts among employees and to ensure security. Now that is all. Thank you. Thank you for listening, sir, about one of the examples of intentional injuries, which is physical assault.
Thank you.
That is all, and good evening.